Good morning, how are you doing? Welcome to Englishman Foodie. Today I'm going to show you a dish I sometimes do with a leftover chicken, the star of the show. Just a Sunday roast. I've got some water boiling, I've got a pan. I'll go through the ingredients, which is really versatile. You can just do anything with it. Some potatoes, carrots, onions. I came across these and really I think these are jalapenos. They're a little bit hot, so be careful with these. Some cheese, some flour, and a bit of a garlic mixture. This is like a Mediterranean mix because I'm in the Mediterranean. So minced garlic, I'm not going to use fresh because I don't have any fresh. Some mint and some basil. So first of all, we're going to get started. I'm going to cut the carrots up and put them in some boiling water. Just really to parboil them. Even the potatoes. Doesn't matter what sizes you cut them really. Just going to leave them a little bit chunky. Both of these with the skin on. It's really healthy with the skin, guys. I've told you before. I'm not going to tell you again. No, I found out all the vitamins of a vegetable is in the skin. So try and leave the skin on if you can. If you don't like it, peel it. There's no laws here, guys. Let's put this in. So I'll put these in some boiling water. I'm going to come to these in a little bit. So these are the ingredients. I'll put them on one side, and as I come to them, we'll talk about them. These are... I went to the local market, and he said, I forget what he called it in Maltese, but I think they're jalapenos, they're chilies anyway. And he said, oh, Sana, be careful, they're hot. He doesn't realize who he's talking to here. And some cheese, put those on one side. So I'm just gonna roughly chop the onions. The pan is getting heated up. Well, it is now. You're well organised, Steve. Yeah, that's a bit. I'm going to put a little bit of minced garlic because I don't have any fresh. But it's nice also to have some fresh garlic. But if you want to eliminate it, you can. A lot of these recipes, you can just mess around with them. You can just do what you want to do with them. Even the jalapenos, I'm going to be a bit careful with them. I think I'm just going to use half and take some of the seeds out. Anyway, let's put the onion in. So my potatoes are boiling a bit, and my onions, they're just going to melt down a little bit, and we'll come back soon. That's all. And the star of the show, shall I show you this one? We could do this, I suppose, while let's move these out of the way. Just the leftovers, chicken. And you know what I'm going to do? Use the stuffing as well. A lot of people, I was talking to somebody, said, oh yeah, I use leftover chicken, but the stuffing, I'll throw it away. But why? It's lovely. You've got all that goodness there as well. So really, basically, guys, you can do it in a machine. Or really, you can just do it with your fingers. It's so easy. Just flake it a little bit. If you want to do it with a machine, you can just, don't mince it up too small though, because it comes a little bit. And you've got the dark meat as well, got the legs. Onions are started anyway, so get rid of the skin. The skin is not, it doesn't go good with this recipe. But everything else is fine. Really, you could do this with a lot, even a Sunday roast. Really, just a matter of getting your fingers in there, guys. Break the stuffing up. I think that's going to be enough, I think. And you know what I do with this after? I make some soup. They've got a really good recipe in Malta called brodo. You just put it in with some vegetables, celery, I can't think. I go by the book because I'm not as young as I used to be, guys. I know this look devilish good looks, but It's deceiving. My bones are starting to ache. I think that's it, guys. And then what I'll do is I'll put this, we'll take some of that from the bottom here. Just don't use any of that skin. That's really soggy. Or if you want to use it, you can fry it up a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to do the onions a little bit. Potatoes boiling. All systems go. So I'm putting down the onions, guys. Put a little bit of that alternative you want. You don't have to put it. A little bit of chopped garlic. Put some fresh in if you want. Listen, the jalapenos. I thought I'd have a little taste. Wow, they are hot. He wasn't joking. So what I've done is just used like a quarter of that and chopped it up very fine because I don't want it to overpower the dish. But you can not put it in if you want. I'm going to put a spoonful of flour now, just to thicken it up a little bit. You've got to cook this flour out, guys, else you'll have that sort of weird taste. But what it does, this flour, during the cooking process of when it's making the pie, it's really nice taste. It sort of thickens it up. So I'm going to put the parsley and the basil in now, followed by the stock. Does that happen to you guys? You always got a little bit left over. You know what you could really do if you wanted to? The actual carcass that I was showing you, you could boil that before and use the stock of that. Then you put the chicken in. What I'm going to do is cook that down a little bit. I've got the carrots that I'm going to put in. I think they're all just I boiled them a little bit just so they went a bit more tender. It's just have a little cut. They're like, oh yeah, they're a lot better those. Because really you're only going to put it in for about, see if I can get them out while your camera's like that. I don't want to make them too big, but then again not too small so you get a bit of a taste. And what I did is I boiled them with the potatoes just so it takes that sort of hardness off. Anyway, everything's cooking down nicely. So I'll put the carrots in. And let's cook it down for a little bit. So at the moment I put the onions, I fried them down a little bit. A little bit of garlic if you want to, some stock. I put the basil and mint, it's alternately up to you, but you can put something else in if you want, some herbs or something like that. And then put the chicken in. Just going to let it thicken up a little bit. And I'm going to take the potatoes, they're boiling there, look. Just going to leave them a little bit longer. And we'll come back soon. I think everything's going good. It's hot today, guys. We're 35. Whew. It's a scorcher out there, but I'm nicely here with 2 fans. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Well guys, it's been about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I drained the potatoes. My sauce is really thickening up really good with the chicken and the carrots and the basil and onions. Very rich sauce. What I'm going to do Mash the... Steve, you've left the skin on. Yeah, I know. It's good for you. I'm just gonna slightly mash them. Like, I think they call it crush them. And what happens is, that skin, when it's on the top there, it's lovely, it like gets crunchy. The oven is on about 180, 200, and it really doesn't really matter. Everything is cooked, so it doesn't really matter really about the... I'm gonna put this in now, put the filling inside. I'm gonna have to stand up for this. So I'll just show you. Little bit of sauce. Don't flood it because it won't evaporate that easy. But get all the goodness in there. What I'll do is retain some of this sauce to make a gravy with it. But everything else can go in. I'm using a slotted spoon, so I don't put too much sauce in there. What I'm going to do is use that leftover. I'm going to make a sauce with it. Comes really nice. So I'm going to put like a couple of layers of cheese, just to melt in with the chicken when it's cooking. Hey, that's hot. Ooh, couple of layers in there. Oh, I'm gonna put some. Yeah, I better put that in now. But I'm gonna put on the top as well, really. Some salt and pepper. Then we're going to put the mash on the top. So it's not really, you could use mashed potatoes if you want to. There's nothing stopping you. It just gives a nice texture. On the top, it's sort of like, I'm going to show you in a second, and then a couple more slices of cheese. Already it's yummy, guys. That's how it looks. Waste not, want not. I'm going to eat it, so nobody else. So, bung it in the oven. And we'll be back in about 25 minutes. Oven's ready. Smells lovely. I wonder how much. I tried a little bit of this. I'm sure it's called jalapeno. And I tried a little cut of it. Actually, that's not too bad. It's like, I thought it was, I must have got, oh yeah, you can get it after. Little bit, but I didn't put any of the seeds in. You know what I do with that? I save the seeds, I dry the seeds. Then if you're making a bit of a mixture, you can sprinkle it in there. It gives a lovely, like, or even roast them in a pan. Just roast dry them. They come lovely, that sort of, like a roasted taste. Well, it would, Steve, if it was dry roasted. Let's put these in the oven. Then we're gonna do the taste test. Lovely. Can switch that off. Cheers everyone. How are you doing? Little bit of a break, but for you it was like seconds. I found this wine, just talking about wine as we are. Rhodes de Village. It's a French wine from a group of villages. But it's a bit strong. Let's get some utensils out. Anyway, there it is, guys. Let me show you what it looks like. Look how crunchy it is. And leaving that skin on makes all the difference. Hey, how about coming and doing the washing up for me? So I said that last time and somebody said, yeah, I'll come, Steve. You know, the only thing I think I've done, I made a mistake, but saying that, it's not too bad. I think I made it a bit too much sauce, but looking at it again, it's not too bad. Because you don't want it really dry. The thing is though, I kept that sauce back. I got some sauce I was going to put on it. You could still do it. I just warmed it up a little bit because I wasn't too sure. It could make it like. Depends how you want it. If you want it like moist, or you just want it dry, do it how you want. It's going to be hot though, I think. Hey, that made a big difference, that chili. But you do it how you want to do it. So I did the onions with some, I thickened the sauce up of the onions. Put some garlic in if you want. Thicken it up with some flour. Meanwhile, get the carrots going and the potatoes. So you parboil them a little bit, because don't forget, you're going to get 20 minutes in the oven there. So some of these carrots can be a bit hard. So make sure you've softened it a little bit. Mix them all together. If you want to put some herbs in, go ahead. I put some basil. It made all the difference. Because I've got fresh outside. I've got some fresh basil and mint, because I love to make that pesto. I might show you, but that's going to be the shortest video of the whole YouTube, making pesto. Or I might make it and use it on a spaghetti. How about that? Anybody interested in that? Make a spaghetti pesto, the whole meal. This could have done, in my mind, could have done a little bit more of that. I was getting a bit nervous. In fact, I didn't put too much of that jalapeno in, if that's what it's called. Tell me in the comments. They've got a name in Malta, I don't know what it's called. But I was trying to grow them, those, because they're quite good. If you take the seeds out, they've got a really nice, wholesome taste, and you don't have to put all that heat in. And you know what I was saying? I saw this many years ago, leaving the skin on things. Everything, you don't have to take the skin off anything. Aubergine can be a little bit, although sometimes I've left that on as well, and you can take it off as you're eating, because you get all the goodness of the skin going into the moussaka or something like that. Isn't there a crunch? It's like a pie with jacket potatoes on the top, because that's really what it is. The skin gets nice. Everybody loves jacket potatoes. For my personally, the garlic was lovely. The jalapeno made a big difference, and the garlic. But that, you can take it in, you can miss it out, you can replace it. But what a way to use up the chicken. Sometimes I make a curry with coconut. That's quite good. Massaman curry. It's a Thai curry thing with some coconut, milk, and a mixture. I still haven't got my head around how to make the massaman mixture, but hey, what? How nice that potato came. Because you've got the soft of the potato, then with the hard skin. It's got an excellent, and the sauce is excellent. That sauce is beautiful. I was thinking that it's going to be too wet when I first put the thing in, but it seems to congeal together. Cheers, guys. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Take a moment to subscribe for me. That would really help me. I want to try and build this channel a little bit. Once I get over 1,000, I promise you that you'll have more than one a week. At the moment, I'm a bit short on time, but Steve, you're retired. I know, I'm more busy than I've ever been. I don't know where the time goes. I was only working pretty well when I was winding down the business. I was working just mornings a bit of work in the afternoon, but now I've got the mornings. The mornings go like this, guys. I don't know what's happening. I'll soon be dead. Anyway, there was a success. I love it. It's really nice taste. I made it a few times. Every time I make it, in my head, every time I make something, it changes. Because I was going to, one thing you can't find here is naan bread for the curry. And I used to go and buy it from the what you call it, the shop. It was always dry, it was horrible. So I thought I'd have a go at making naan bread. First, second, third. Well, it didn't turn out very nice. Then I was watching lots of things on YouTube, and I took a little bit from one and a little bit from another. It turned out fantastic. But then the next time I said, I forgot how I did it. But now I've cracked it. I think I've learned that flour, like pastry or whatever, needs to rest. You need to put it in the fridge. And if you do that, even if you can put it in the morning, it takes time to, and it comes out even better because as soon as it hits the hot pan, and it's really different. Even this, I would reckon this would, you put it in the fridge and the next day it tastes even better. I don't know what it is. Even curries, when you make a curry and you've got the leftover of the curry and you put it in the fridge, the next day, oh wow, what a lovely taste. How did that happen? It must be, gets time with the cold and it starts mixing together. Anyway, I'm going to freeze my wine. I might have a bit more. This freeze is really easy because you can freeze in portions. So if you're alone, just do that and then just take it out when you feel like it. Cheers everyone, take care. Do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. I really need some subscribers, so I love you to subscribe. Take care everybody. I'm getting excited. Bye, take care.